I've had a change of heart. I'd like one more spot of the bubbly before I retire.
As you can see, it's frozen solid.
Oh, I say.
That is truly impressive.
Remarkable.
Powerful.
Well, the unbelievable is now believable.
Isn't it beautiful?
This is incredible.
You break off a piece of ice and you're licking a champagne lolly.
Honey, it's icy in here. I need my mink.
No need for that, my dear.
But I'm freezing.
That's all for this evening. You can all get cozy and warm in your beds.
I'm not moving one step until you tell me how all of this has stopped.
What, you mean the freezing, eh?
Yes, how do you reverse it, Mikkos?
This ground gets any colder, we'll be able to skate on it.
Must be a tropical island, Robert.
I don't understand, man. I don't understand.
He's absolutely crazy.
Somehow they've managed to make it cold up here.
Yeah, but how? Maybe that's their energy force. Maybe that's what it's all about.
I don't understand how they could possibly do that.
Neither do I, but they've done it.
Well, look, one thing's for sure.
Well,
We've got to find a way to keep warm through the night. The temperature could keep dropping.
She's right about that.
Yeah, we could freeze to it. So let's find some way to keep warm, all right? It's going to be a long, long night.
Come over by the fire, mate. It's warmer here.
no, that's all right. I'm busy.
What are you doing?
Cooking.
Cooking?
Yeah. First you take a coconut, you break it open. It helps if you have a hammer, but this will do on a tropical island. Then you make sure it's all open completely. You want to take a little bit of the meat out, but not all of the meat.
What are you making?
A treat.
What can be causing this? And finding out isn't going to be easy, you know.
Nothing's been easy since we got here.
All the Cassidines are holed up below the ground like moles with a goon squad ready to come out and do us in the minute they find we're here.
Robert, do you have to talk about that now?
Sorry. What are you doing, Luke?
Cooking.
Sorry.
Robert, isn't there some way we can stop this? I mean, the ground is icy.
How can we stop it, sweetheart? We don't know what's causing it.
Yeah, we do. It's coming from down below. I mean, the cold is radiating upwards.
That means we have to get down there if we want to stop the cold.
Well, that's out for now. We have to be practical. Right now, the only thing we can do is find some way to stay warm.
This will help.
Oh?
A little tropical tea.
Tea?
Tea.
How do you reverse the freezing?
It's quite simple.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to see with my own eyes to see how you stop it.
If you could control your woman the way I can control the process, there would be no recrimination.
Alex,
I will not be quieted.
Alex, my dear.
Don't my dear me, I want an answer.
You shall have one.
When?
You will recall that I used only a few crystals for this demonstration.
We all saw that, Mikkos.
Now I will show you how the process, when used for our ultimate purpose, is easily stopped.
That I'd like to see.
You shall, my dear. You shall. Now, if you'll all be kind enough to follow me through this door.
You're taking us through that door?
This I have to see.
Well, I think I'll pop off to my room if you don't mind. I've things to do.
Now, my friends. After you, my dear Alexandria.
You want me to walk?
Please, step through the door. Inside lies proof, the proof you so fervently desire.
All right. But you go through first, Mikkos.
Of course, if you prefer. Please follow me.
Ooh, it's a lot warmer in here.
Yes, why is that, Mikkos?
This is the center of our operation.
Because very impressive.
Yes, it is rather futuristic, but what I would like to know
I
is
know what you want to know, Alex, dear. Do you see this glass box?
Yes?
Do you see what's in the box?
Oh, it looks like the same crystals you used on the fountain.
Exactly. These are just a small indication of what our ultimate power will be.
But how do you reverse the cold out there?
Oh, it'll wear off by itself. Now, you all see that door? That leads into the plants. I want it understood that no one is permitted through that door but Nigel.
Why?
Nigel's work is in there. He's a professional. None of you are. And it can be very dangerous in there if you're not familiar with the area.
I see.
Oh, factories don't interest me, dear.
I'm conducting experiments with bicarbonates at all times in there, and I wouldn't like any of you to walk into the dust chamber by mistake.
What is the dust chamber?
Sounds like an awful place.
What goes on there?
This is the dust chamber.
Oh, it looks frigid in there.
Yes, it doesn't look very appealing, but then I'm sure no one would want to venture in, Mikkos.
I can view my experiments from here.
For example?
Oh, for example, the effects of carbonic snow on animals.
Well, those experiments are for heating purposes, of course.
Oh, of course.
Very interesting.
I thought you'd find it interesting. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It tastes like something I stepped in once, but it doesn't taste too bad.
You just said it tasted like something you stepped in. Well, you can make up your mind. What do you expect? Float through tea bags?
Hold your nose and sip it. It tastes better.
Try that.
Stop complaining.
Do you think if this cold is going to stop radiating up from under the ground? And do you think it's going to change back to normal?
Let's hope so, love. Look, it's got to be a lot colder down there than it is up here. Absolutely.
How can they stand it?
I don't know. But even if we get down there, they're going to kill us anyway.
You know something? It's just a thought, but you know something? Maybe it's just the opposite down below. Maybe it's really warmer down there. And if it keeps up like this, we're going to have no choice but to go down below.
Yeah, but how? Look. I've racked my brains. I don't know of any way to get down there. And what are we going to find when we get down there anyway?
There's only one way to get below, Robert. That's through your girlfriend.
Victor's girlfriend. And let's not forget that.
You know what just occurs to me?
What?
Maybe she did tell them that you're up here.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's why it's so cold up here, because they know we're here. They're going to try to freeze us to death.
Because you still haven't shown us how you stop the freezing process.
I have no intention of hiding it from you, my dear.
Well, then how do you do it?
Do you see this?
Yes.
Come here, my dear. Put your hand on this lever.
Why?
Just do it. Put your hand on the lever. Now, push it all the way up. There. Wasn't that simple?
Yes, it was very simple, but what happens once I push the lever up?
If this were an operation, you would have just stopped the freezing of a city.
A city?
Yes. Any city that we'd showered with crystals. Any city, anywhere on the globe.
So you mean now,
I mean that you would have just permitted the weather to return to normal in that city with just the flick of a lever.
I see.
No, I don't believe you see the full implications of all this.
I think I do.
No, I don't believe you do. More than simply returning the city's temperature to normal, you would have given the world hope for a life free from sickness, free from poverty, free from crime.
So in other words, what you're saying, whatever country the city is located is going to have to capitulate to your demands. Well, what if the country refuses?
Well, I would just have to give in, if that were the only choice.
That sounds okay.
Because the fountain outside is still frozen. I mean, how do we know that all of this is going to work?
The crystal's effect on the fountain is wearing off right now.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to see that for myself. Thank you.
Shall we all join her? I promise it won't be as cold out there as it was before.
I hope not.
Come along.
Not too early.
He's taking it.
Let's go.